around 11 and 12 right now. A little gentler over on the opening holes.
Yeah, I think that's just because there's those houses hiding those first couple of holes in that loop. 1, 2, 3 here. An international group. Game number 7 with 2 Australians and a South African.
30 seconds.
One of them here, one of the young stars. He's got an amazing career ahead of him. Incredible ball striker, long off the tee as well, Min Woo Lee.
I think you are right. You want to finish in right. Those right corners. This is game number 7 on the team from Australia, Min Woo Lee.
It's been a great year for Min Woo Lee, runner-up earlier this year in the Rolex Series in Abu Dhabi, top 5 at the US Open as well. And like Nico says, there's plenty more to come.
Longest one we've seen today, but I mean...
On the tee from South Africa, Christian Bezuidenhout.
Lovely, long, slow swing. Played some wonderful golf over the last few years on the South African Open Championship. Now plays most of his golf on the PGA Tour. Well, a little bit lucky.
On the tee from Australia, Harrison Crowe.
The 21-year-old, he and Min Woo Lee actually played together earlier this year at the Masters as well. Familiar pairing. He won the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship toward the end of last year.
Well, if they asked you to drive it over there, it would be impossible to do. And he's put it it's right into the middle of that pathway. Incredible. Now, is he related to Tom Crowe? Tom Crowe is the guy that started Cobra from Australia.
Interesting. I don't think so. We'll find out. Up to 2. Romain Longasque.
Looks like this came out of that a little bit. It's going to be long enough. It finds the short right bunker. That's a bit of a footfall for Longasque. Just a wedge on the second.
I've had 2 champions around Royal Liverpool in the modern era. One was Rory McIlroy the last time, and Tiger Woods in 2006.
But when I got to Hoylake, I felt calm. I felt like I had grieved enough with my father's death. On Sunday, it was a joke at how calm I felt. When snipers take shots, they take shots in between the heartbeats, and that's when the body's the most still. Well, that's kind of almost in essence how I felt. I felt so still. Everything inside me was still and calm. And Stevie had said something to me that your pops, he kept you calm all day. And then it kind of hit me all of a sudden that he's not here anymore. I can't share this claret jug with him anymore, and I just lost it. Every great player who's ever played the game has won that championship. It's all on there. It's just so incredible that we're still playing the same venues that these guys did back in the 1800s.
Yeah, it was an emotional win when you take the Open title and you look for your dad, and he wasn't there for the first time. But how he went about it that week as well, only pulling driver once. It was a strategic and incredible display of golf.
This looks like a putter, and this is a very, very long putt. This is a good 45 yards, and he's judged it beautifully. Wow. That's amazing.
We saw where he ended up in the bunker, so that's what he could produce from up against the lip to there. It is a real weapon for Alexander Bjork.
Zach Fisher on 3 from the first cut. Don't want this to move too far left. That's another player that finds that ball, that depression there to the left of 3.
That's going to be a very popular spot today.
To answer your question, Hazy, he's not related because Tom Crow didn't have the E. That's how I've worked it out.
How about Russell Crowe?
You two are killing me.
He must be related to a crow somewhere along the line.
I'm sure he is. Look at this from Longask, from in the bunker.
We're going to run out of famous Australians
This is
named
it.
Crow in a minute, I think.
I think Russell Crowe was born in New Zealand. You guys are keeping me on my toes. So it should be a par for Longask. Back to 1. This 4 par for Otegi.
Yeah, you predicted that.
I called it that a minute ago, Dale, didn't I? That's what he does.
Just look at this. This is the care that they take with every aspect of this golf course here at Royal Liverpool. That is not in play. Nobody will be in that. Nobody will be in that in the next 3 years, probably. Well, maybe some of our producers might play here. So, but
This for an opening birdie for Gary Woodland. Boom. Does it. Perfect start.
Yeah, the first birdie of the day on 1 for Woodland. I don't think we'll see many of them. Just over 200 yards. Long iron in. That's as good as it gets. Nice, soft, great response of the ball on the green there. Now Bjork from a pretty similar position to save a bogey. That'll keep him under par for the tournament.
That's a miserable way to start your day.
Presumably he'll roll that one in. There is Otegi. So the first player on the front page of the leaderboard here in the 151st Open is out on course, headed to the second. Wasn't Stuart Sink impressive yesterday in that 68?
Terrific round of golf. This is going to be an interesting one. He's got to take into account that slope that he's coming off. Beautifully played. Well, for downslope, that's wonderful to get that spin. And he just clipped it off the top of the grass. So precise.
So this is from over at the second. Back to the first for Harrison Crowe.
266 into the wind. Second shot of the day. Looks like it's heading for the people on the left. Now we've seen people left of those steel barrier for 1, but not for 2 yet this week.
I think he might get confused about which hole he's playing. He's playing the first, he's been on the second, and is now close to the 18th.
They are major nerves. One of 6 amateurs in the field. Has won a professional title before, Harrison Crowe, the New South Wales Open, but this is a bigger stage, one that Gary Woodland knows. He has struggled the last 3 years. This is his 11th appearance, but missed the cut for the last 3 when he had quite a good record before that.
It's a bit surprising, actually, you know, because when you think of where he won his US Open, Pebble Beach, and, you know, he's a low hitter of the golf ball, so you'd think his game would actually suit this type of golf quite well. Maybe this will be his first good Open experience.
He's played some good golf this year. He's played consistently well.
Yes, one of those that's been in the mix a bit without really challenging so far in the 2023 season. Was here back in 2014 as well, top 40 here. It was day 2 that he made his move. Perhaps that will happen again. That was his best round of the 4, iron out. So we'll wait for everything to clear up ahead of him. Go to Matthew Southgate for his birdie at the par 5. He's back to where he started the day.
So just an iron for Woodland on the second. That big tent you can see in the far end there is what the players use.
Right.
The players' lounge. That's going to get stuck in the left rough. That's not too bad there, actually. That's probably the smallest of rough on the whole golf course.
That's the barely rough. Yeah, quite a dry lead up and then a lot of rain the last 3 weeks. You'd almost rather have it be the other way round, have a lot of rain and then be able to bake the course out accordingly.
3 wood off the tee for Taggy. That's a lovely tee shot. Position A+.
Just such a tidy player. Hit 14 of 18 greens yesterday. That's kind of his MO. Not the longest off the tee. Good with his irons.
Similar profile for Bjork. But he's had a really hot putter this year on season. That will find the first cuts.
It's not the very best of angles into that pin coming out the rough there. They've been tucked in tight on the right just over that bunker.
Now just trying to find the nearest point of relief from the steel barriers, which will most likely be on that side.
Let's go back to the tee, who has already been announced. This 3-ball of Corey Connors, Billy Horschel, and this Alex Noren. Played nicely yesterday.
Normally hits his tee shots with a little bit of a left to right.
Do you think that this golf course sets up better for a draw or a fade? Does it favour one or the other?
Well, I don't really know that, but what I noticed on the scoreboard is you have so many different style of players. You have long hitters, you have plotters, you have great ball strikers. So I think in the end, you know, it's whoever, you know, manages and maneuvers and navigates through this golf course the best they can. I think it's really cool to see, you know, Harman is a plotter. He just plays golf a certain way and it works different ways.
I think when you play links golf and you know you're going to have a little bit of wind, you've got to be able to do everything. You know, there's not just one way to play, and it's going to require a lot of different shots from every player. Going to have to hit low shots and hooks and slices and everything.
Plays out of Bexley in New South Wales, Harrison Crowe. Just trying to stay loose. He's won the Victorian Amateur, the Master of the Amateurs Championship as well. He's near on taken every title back in Australia. A little bit of a nervy start.
And you know what's incredible is if he hits a good pitch shot here and gets it within 5 or 6 feet of the hole and holds the putt for a par, that could just set him off on a really good round after this. Very low. Sit down, sit down. Good shot.
Great shot, about as good as he could do from over there. Took a big hop forward on the first bounce, but nice from out of position.
A good angle for Gary Woodland. As we start to see a few raindrops. His camera lens. Wonder if he's going to get worse. 191. It's probably a big 9-iron for Gary Woodland. Downwind. Just came over the top of that a little bit. Finds a bunker there, short left.
Whenever you go, you just got to hope that you're somewhere in the middle of that bunker. And he's got a stance and he's got a shot.
These faces are so thick, it can almost make you feel claustrophobic when you're at the bottom of them.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
More.
Just sneak it past that bunker on the left. Done well. Sit down, sit down. Yes, he'll be pleased with that.
Now Kim. Birdie on 4. Coming down from that bunker's shoulder. How nicely did that go in? Beautiful soft pace.
Quickly back to Adrian Atagi. Likes the look of this one. Just dug its heels into the upslope.
Got a
Right
bit
down the
unlucky
pipe.
there, yeah, a little bit unlucky. That could have been really close. Yeah, if that gone 3 foot further.
Look at birdie to come for Adrian Atagi. Rolls that in, he joins the lead. Of that man alongside Lambrecht and Fleetwood. There's Emiliano Grillo, maybe trying to explain some of the spots he got into yesterday. Had a tough start to the round, was 2 over through 3. And then 7 birdies from then onwards, starting at the 5th. It's a fine display of golf on the back 9.
Now the Frenchman, Longasque, second shot on 3. Some tee shots will only have 162 in. Another one left, Dale. In your little bowl there.
Very compact golf swing he's got. You know, it doesn't look like much can go wrong.
Now Min Willie on the first. That's severely up and down. That's nicely judged.
been spending a lot of time in Vegas. I think that might be the base if he gets his PGA Tour card next year. Up to Woodland, third shot at the second, in the trap.
Excellent shot. Brilliant. You know, if you do get a good lie in these bunkers, they are wonderful to play out of. The sand is just terrific to play out of. It's like the fairways. You know, when you hit a ball off these fairways, it just makes a different sound, doesn't it?
That one certainly did. So a chance to save par after the opening birdie for Gary Woodland. And look for birdie coming as well from Adrian and Higlight to try and get to -5. Where the lead is right now, there's Romain Longasque. After 2 pars to start his Friday campaign. What will come of Hovland, Reed, Peters, Cantlay, Koepka? Look at that. The world number 1 is there, as well as Hideki Matsuyama. Marcel Siem had it going for quite some time. Yesterday in the opening round, ended up with a level par round of 71 after contending on his front side. Matt Fitzpatrick at 1 over par. Course is playing just a hair longer than it was yesterday. 7,294 yards in total.
Now, par putt for Christian Bezuidenhout. Beautifully holed. Very elegant golfer. Really just looks lovely to watch. Bjork from the back of the green at the second, putting down the hill, should turn a bit to his left. Good putt.
Incredibly reliable on the greens from long range. Bjork. Another example of that. Over to 6 with Southgate.
Birdie on 6, yeah. Par 3. Must have hit a really good shot to hit it this close. Just leaves it short in line. Look at him pesting about it.
But that is the worst.
It is.
Leave it in the hole short.
Now Noren on the first. That ball sits a little bit above his feet. Expect there's some follow through, trying to keep that club face open. Trying to drill it low, holding it against the wind. Now, would he have a backswing there, Dale?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm nervous for him.
I've never heard that tone of voice in you.
And the trouble is, you don't know what you've got until you get right up to the golf ball. You don't know whether you're going to have a shot or not. I'll take it for his birdie at the second off that lovely iron shot. Well, he read that so well, didn't he?
Now another one with the putter on 3 from the left-hand side. You know, it's never easy to judge right when you've got such a big depression like that in front of you, and then when it gets onto the green, it kind of goes away from you past the hole.
That yellow golf bag has got a 270 on the side of it. Now, you know, going back in time, Henry Cotton shot 65 in the Open, the first lowest score they'd ever been shot in the Open Championship, and the company made a golf ball called the 65. And a few years later, Bobby Locke shot 279. It was the first time 280 had ever been broken, and they brought out a golf ball, 279. I noticed on that golf bag there was a 270 on it. Was that the score that won last time?
Gently, gently.
Must have been, Dale. You know a lot more about the game than we do.
Just can't think what other relevance it could have. But that is not good, that shot there. Don't think it's quite got into that course, but it's too close for comfort.
It was 271 when Rory McIlroy won here in 2014. And then 270 for Tiger Woods. So maybe that's the one they're picking.
I feel so unprepared compared to you two.
Got to be quick on your feet here this morning, don't you?
Wow.
Interesting change on the bag for Alex Noren. He's actually got a guy called Kyle Morrison caddying for him this week. I'm not sure how long they've been together, but he was on the bag for Mo Martin when she won her AIG Women's Open at Royal Birkdale back in, was that 2014 in fact. Not far from here, there he is. He's a more recent caddy for Jessica Korda, who's been out with injury.
Looks like he might have a swing. He's certainly got a practice swing. No, he's okay.
That's well done from Lauren. It was about a 30-yard bunker shot into the wind. They're never easy, those. Now, let's pay attention to this one. I don't think he can pitch this on the green unless it's sitting up and he does this. How soft was that? Incredibly soft from Billy Horschel.
We move to the third hole now. This has got the out of bounds all the way down the right-hand side. 3 wood for Otegi. He'll be trying to hit it down the left-hand side of the fairway.
Such a smooth motion. It almost looks like it's slowing down midway through the
It looked
swing.
like a practice swing, didn't it?
Fine tee shot though at the third on the short grass up to the green. Long gas per part. Quite a wide stance.
Beautifully holed. There's a good 2-putt from down in that valley on the left-hand side. 3 pars to start for Roman Langast.
So meanwhile, back at the first. Horschel sizing this one up.
The height that he got from that pitch shot there, that flop shot, was incredible. Now, would that move off his right just a little bit? To stay at 2 over. Look at him trying to get comfortable over this ball. And then quickly goes.
He thought it was going to turn as well. It didn't turn at all. Now he was a fan of a football club.
West Ham United.
Was that West Ham? Okay.
Used to carry their golf bags as well.
That's right. I remember that.
Did so when he won the BMW PGA Championship. Won a lot of fans that week in the UK. Really lovely guy. He's been very honest about, you know, the highs and lows of golf this year as well, Dale. Some emotional interviews post-round. After that, what was it, 84, I think, at Memorial.
Yeah. You know, it's just such a difficult game, you know, and people who play golf as club golfers, you know, they obviously struggle sometimes on the golf course, and they think they're the only ones who struggle. And, you know, they don't realize that top professional golfers also struggle. It's relative. So a struggle for a top professional golfer is a 76 or something. But, you know, when you see somebody like Justin Thomas shooting in the 80s and Billy Horschel shooting in the 80s, then you know just how tough this game can be.
Certainly can. It's an opening bogey for Alex Noren. It'll be the same for Billy Horschel. He knows how humbling the Open can be. Went 19th, miscut 9th. He had 3 top 20s. The last time out was another miscut. How quickly it can change to Minwoo Lee, second at second.
Bounce, go, bounce.
One of his wedges wants this to go a bit. You see, that's funny because he miscued that a little bit and it pitched short enough to actually get a forward bounce. If that would have pitched 5 further, it would have get stuck into that first bounce, into that first kink of the green there.
Keep it a bit right of the flag. Don't go into that valley left. That's good. Birdie chance. Outside chance.
Now Bezerra out. Also on the second. Also loft the club. Fine shot there. Took the flag on.
Nice little bounce up and over and release back to Atagi at 3.
He started that nicely out to the right. Hope it's drawing back into the flag. Keep going, keep running.
Yeah, that was the right shot. Just needed a little bit more out of that. There's the right ID for Atagi.
This is in our car cam. That's Zach Johnson, the Ryder Cup captain. Is that Claude Harmon III, I think, over on the left? Just shooting off a text message. Not sure we've ever had a car cam before. And everything. We've got wire cam down the 18th. Just produced some lovely pictures yesterday.
Good thing they didn't have a car cam in our car this morning at 5 o'clock.
True.
Seen us yawning.
It was 1955 when the Open was broadcast on TV on the BBC for the very first time. And it went over to the ABC in the US in 1982. We've seen some real changes of the time. The Open over the years, and it's 151 years now.
Well, that's an outfit that have woke you up this morning. Matt Wallace. He's wearing pink yesterday already, so pink is the theme this year, I'm guessing.
Nice to see. He came through the qualifying. And I really admire some of the top players who you know, for whatever reason, find out they're not exempt and go through all the qualifying. Sergio, who didn't make it. Sergio Garcia. Matt Wallace is one of the ones who did make it.
Well, Johnson made his that way there eventually. You have to take a shuttle to the range, don't you, here this week? Don't think he was coming from the hotel then.
We have 30 seconds, Joe.
The voice of Matt Corker down there doing the announcements. Just waiting for the fairway to clear. This is, was it the 8:14 tee time? Of Matt Wallace, Zach Johnson and David Micheluzzi.
This is game number 10. On the tee, from the USA, Zach Johnson.
big year for one of the 15 past champions in the field. He took his at St Andrews, Zach Johnson. It's going to be a very busy summer as well for the Ryder Cup captain.
Sorry? 253. Okay, very good.
Round of 75 for Johnson yesterday.
Beautiful drive right down the centre of the fairway.
Zach, I got the same ball 8. I don't know where I just
On the tee, from England, Matt Wallace.
Got his breakthrough win in the Dominican Republic earlier this year. Was surprised to see that he had to go to a qualifier to get through this week. Form between that win and now has been a little lacklustre.
And another one that finds a bunker on the one. He knows it.
On the tee, from Australia, David Michelusi.
Won the Order of Merit on the ISPS under PGA Tour of Australasia earlier this year. He's been piecing his year together ever since then, making his debut. His full status on the DP World Tour starts next year.
Good on that pathway. That's okay. That's not in bad shape.
Struggled a little off the tee here, only 5 fairways yesterday, Michelusi. Round of 7. Three left-handers in the field this week. Phil Mickelson, Robert McIntyre, Brian Harman, who's off in a little over 25 minutes' time. Impressive yesterday, solid, really all the way through.
Yeah, you were asking earlier if a draw player or a flayed player is better on this golf course. For a left-hander, when you play all these holes that are alongside the water where the wind is blowing off the coast, you can lay a fade against these dogleg lefts, which is not actually a bad thing. Like the Masters has been good to left-handers in the last decade or so.
We saw John Rahm struggle a little bit with his fade with the water off the left yesterday.
Yeah, he's exactly the other side, exactly, for a right-hander.
Down to 1, Zach Johnson.
209 is what's left for him. He doesn't like that at all. It's not going to be an easy chip shot from there, coming out that thicker rough.
Pitter patter of rain has started. The jacket goes on for Johnson. Needs an up and down there at the first. Kazuki Higa. Can he find a birdie at the par 5? Yes. Tops the money list in Japan last year. Led the PGA for a little while.
Now Bjork with an iron on 4. Straight down. You can see the flags at the back there. I think it's going to get tougher and tougher for these guys out here now. Bit of rain. It's cold. Windy.
It was more mild and still this time yesterday, wasn't it? In the first 2 hours of tee times.
Matt Wallace has got his second shot out the bunker to this point. He's going to try and get it close enough to save par. And it's the back of Now par's not just what he's thinking about, he's actually thinking about making sure he doesn't shoot more than one over.
It's been great to see the way that Liverpool has embraced the Open, just like they did in 06 and 2014. The 2018 champion golfer of the year, Francesco Molinari, off in a little over 10 minutes' time. He did it round Carnoustie, he did it staring Tiger Woods in the face as well. One of our co-leaders off next in Emiliano Grillo has the company of that man, Dustin Johnson and Sahith Theegala.
This is game number 11 on the tee from the USA, Sahith Theegala.
Great young player, very popular, 25 years old. Missed the cut last week, but has been in very good form, solid form this season. Three doubles on the scorecard yesterday, brought him unstuck. Down the left.
On the tee from Argentina, Emiliano Grillo.
5 birdies on it after making the turn at level par. Already a winner on the PGA Tour this year. Who is in Texas, doesn't mind the wind, the Argentinian.
On the tee from the USA, Dustin Johnson.
Twice a major champion himself. 3 over par yesterday.
Cut a little bit, cut. Ooh, almost gone down in that rough on a bit of a downslope.
Just made hard work of it, didn't hit enough greens, just half of them. Had 30 putts to match as well in the opening round, but Dustin Johnson right on the cut line.
Peggy. You can see the pin there over that bunker on the right. It's 4 under par. Ooh, another couple of birdies would be really nice, but he's going to be struggling in this one. The rain looks like it's coming down a little harder now.
Yes, it wasn't anticipated. They thought that they'd have kind of light every now and then, some moderate showers today. That was the forecast. Temperature pretty stagnant, around 17 degrees. Back to one. Zach Johnson.
Zach is making a little bit of a hash of this. It was not a good chip shot there from him, surprisingly. Look at all those people. It's incredible the amount of people that were watching yesterday. In the morning, they were 8 deep watching one of the feature groups. And I mean, just look at all those people coming in.
How many people do you think are in that line right now? 4 across, a long way back. A couple of thousand.
Couple of thousand, I would have thought, yeah.
Filtering their way in.
Noren to get to 3 under. Well done. Nicely done. He gets back the shot that he dropped at the first.
We saw the shot 2 here of Adrian Ategi.
Chip it, try and pitch it up just onto the green, and that is delicious. Keep going. Wow, what a good shot.
Very tidy work. Should be par number 4 to start the campaign today.
It was worth another look. It played so beautifully. Wow, what a good shot.
Was a good shot. Back to the 4th shot, though, of Zach Johnson at the opening hole.
Well, that's nicely done from Zach Johnson. He's going to need that to make a 5 and drop just the 1 shot on the first hole.
Gary Woodland putting from the back edge of the green. At the 4th. This for birdie, though. Might have learnt something from Otegi. Good for pace. Delighted to say we've been joined in the commentary box by John Cook. Morning to you, John.
Good morning. Good morning. Good to be with you all.
You've just walked in. What is conditions like outside?
It's starting to rain a little bit. A little bit of a little sprinkle in the air. Cool. Not ideal, but that's what you expect. Got to come over here and play all the conditions.
That's it. It's almost a rite of passage, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Matt Wallace now. Oh dear. Not the start he was hoping for, that's for sure.
That's going to be a double bogey 6, I think. If I've counted correctly. Never good when you have to think about it that hard. Not the start Matt Wallace was looking for. Double bogeyed his last yesterday as well.
This is for just a single drop shot here for Zach Johnson.
Yeah, after driving in the middle of the fairway, that would be a little bit of a struggle. Don't want to be giving away shots from fairways hit. It's hard enough.
Isn't it just? So this to drop just the 1.
Captain Zach Johnson. Do you think he's going to do a good job in the Ryder Cup?
I believe so. He's very passionate about the team. Talked to him quite a bit when I'm out doing PGA Tour, and he's excited. Honestly, he's all in. He's got his ideas of what he wants to do. It's his team. He's excited about it. Obviously, he's excited about the guys that he's going to have on the team and who he has to pick from. So it's he's going to have a major decision though with Justin Thomas and what they're going to do with him. He's not really in form, but it's tough to leave Justin Thomas off a team because he's so into it. But Zach, he's bought into the whole Ryder Cup and he's ready to do it. He's ready to go.
Have you ever been a vice captain?
On a President's Cup team.
Have you?
For Fred Couples in Australia in 2011. But I haven't been on the Ryder Cup, which I would. I'm a little past that, I think, but just that experience to me was an incredible experience.
But I mean,
Don't they choose you anymore when you get to 40?
No, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yes, that would be nice. But yeah, they bypass you once you have different numbers in front of your age.
And it's not going to jump or anything, huh?
Trying to read the lie down this for Higlight. He's only 25. Start of his career. Should be an exciting one.
Yeah, world of talent. Was a very accomplished college player out of Pepperdine. And really came on tour with playing pretty well.
Let's still, guys, please.
Still trying to learn, though. He hasn't won, so he hasn't quite gotten to that part yet.
And that takes learning. World number 35 has been as low as 23 already. These are the shots of Dustin Johnson, round 1 on the left, round 2 on the right in the red.
Seems like round 1 was perfect over there. It was in good shape.
He's getting closer to the fairway. A wonderful player.
Incredible athlete. I think he might have been... He would have played about any sport at a very high level. Well, I'm not sure if that was a good break or a bad break. Might have gotten up a little further. Might have been a little more level.
Might have been easier if it gone at that second little valley.
Been a little plagued with injury this year, Dustin Johnson, with his back. Should be Grillo to play first.
Emiliano's really had a nice season, winning at Colonial. And a wonderful golf course.
It was quite the tail down the stretch, wasn't it? I think he double bogeyed the 72nd hole.
Yeah, Venturi Group. Yeah.
Took the playoff over Adam Shank. So go down to 5, the first par 5 on the golf course, so Taggy's there.
Definitely want to hit the fairway. And he's done just the stay up there. Yeah. Good, lovely drive.
Nice little, love that little low draw that he hit out there. It's right around that corner. Beautiful.
Three ball ready to go.
This is game number 12. On the tee, from Italy, Francesco Molinari.
Brother had made it, we could have had 3 sets of brothers here.
Yes, Eduardo, the Ryder Cup vice captain. Francesco captained the continental European side for the Hero Cup earlier this year. Played very well there as well. Led by example in Abu Dhabi. Round of 73 for Molinari yesterday.
Sitting up nicely on top of the grass there, so that's fortunate for him. Hasn't played quite the same golf since he moved to America.
From the USA, Danny McCarthy.
Danny enjoying a really nice year on the USPGA Tour. Wonderful putter. Pretty much leads every putting category. Ball striking starting to catch up with that, so you see his name more and more up the top of the leaderboards in America.
On the tee, from Argentina, Mateo Fernandez de Oliveira.
The Argentine broke the record, didn't he, earlier this year of Joaquin Neiman in the Latin America Amateur Championship. In January, that's how he qualified here, making his debut this week.
Yeah, he won. See him a lot in college. University of Arkansas standout.
Perfect. I don't know why those people stand on that corner. They nearly get hit in every group.
You want to be close to the action, Hazy.
That is.
But I don't want to get hit by golf ball.
So you prefer to hit them yourself?
Have you ever been hit by? Have you
Not
been
a
hit by
driver
golf
shot.
ball?
No, thankfully not. What great fun. 6 amateurs in the field, 1 in the share of the lead as well in Christo Lamprecht. All right, down in the little hollows, green side at the first is Dustin Johnson.
See what type of shot he wants to play here, Dale. If he wants to putt it up there, looks like he's going to putt it. He is. Big right to left, really slow.
Very good. Great effort.
Good to see Dustin Johnson make a nice run today.
Yeah, he's got all the shots. He's got the power. He drives the ball beautifully. His iron shots are terrific. I think he proved his wedge play.
Yes.
And he's terrific on the greens. I mean, he's got everything.
Just kind of where his headspace is at times.
One of our co-leaders needs up and down to save par. Grillo.
Wouldn't that be something if he won? Emulating the great Roberto Di Vincenzo. Did you ever see him play?
Yes, I did.
What a player.
Yeah, early 80s. Played a little bit with. I actually was down in Brazil and Argentina a little bit. Got to spend some time with the great man. Incredible.
Just
Incredible
like,
man.
He got the club to the top and he looked like he just dropped it on the ball, didn't he?
Just whatever he wanted to do. Yeah.
Beautiful. And what a lovely man, too.
Safely down there at the 5th for Adrian Otegi. So a wedge ahead for him at the par 5. Down in the hollow is Romain Longasque. Ahead at the green. So no birdie for the Frenchman there. It was the only hole yesterday on the front side that played under par, the par 5. 2 of them come in the last 4 holes, only 3 around the complex.
Now Fitzpatrick. Just off the edge of the green. Nicely hold. Fitzpatrick there. Dropped a shot at the 7th, 2 birdies to finish that 9, out in 34.
Nice little finish to his outgoing 9.
So he'll make his way to the difficult 10th. Now a par 4, formerly a par 5. And go down to Dustin Johnson.
Gotta be a little bit careful with this one. Just left of center.
And the great Bobby Locke saying no putt is too short to miss, but no putt is also too long not to hole.
There you go. And he can hold some putts.
An opening par for Dustin Johnson down the first. Currently projected at +3, might, as we've discussed a little bit earlier this morning, maybe nudge its way out to +4. Conditions a little bit more difficult this morning than they were this time yesterday. It's much more still this time on Thursday. It's been a nice little up and down to start for Grillo.
Certainly would be a nice comfortable start. He had a nice pitch shot, had to be pretty creative, had to keep it right on that little spine. If it went left or right, it could go into tough area. Yeah, but nice up and down start his day.
Already one better than the start. One better than the start of yesterday. Bogeyed the first and the third. Still managed to shoot 66. It is a par start for one of our 3 co-leaders in the Open. There's Alex Noren. Where's he hit it down the third?
That second shot way left and out of position, and nice little break there for Alex.
Bogey birdie start's been adventurous already today. Here's the view from behind the 6th with Romain Longasque, 187 today.
Oh, he's pulled that to the left.
Yeah, very good. Looking at this green here, Dale, really want to be hitting some sort of a little drop shot. Anything moving right to left will miss the green.
Still had some heat on it, caught a lot of the hole. Alex Noren needed to. It's going to be a drop shot. So now a bogey birdie bogey start. I think he had the anti-left on the second shot, all the way over there. The anti-right, I should say, the yes to the left on 3, isn't it? You really do have to come and walk around Royal Liverpool to see how close the out of bounds is here this week. It's quite the feature. Made some good changes since we were here last in 2014. And it was a good up and down at the first for Emiliano Grillo, who continues to lead alongside Tommy Fleetwood and the amateur of Christo Lamprecht. So we go to the second with the Argentine.
I can hit that range.
Well, that will be very difficult. That is some heavy rough right in there.
Little change up in the commentary box, and Terry Gannon, the smooth tones of Terry, will be here shortly as we go back down to the first hole, getting ready for the next group to play.
This is game number 13 on the tee. From the USA, Brian Harmon.
Brian Harmon reminds me of old school Corey Pavin, just very gritty. Now he's a wonderful, accomplished player, and Corey, of course, major champion. But he kind of has that little personality to him. He's he's small in stature, but he's a fighter. Like he's really, really tough when he gets around the lead, and he can play some golf. He's very, very good,
and he has played some good golf over the last little while. Stop.
Easy. Good shape now on the right side of the fairway to left pin.
On the tee, from South Africa, Tristan Lawrence.
The announcements continue here, and gentlemen, great to be with you on this chilly, a little bit of moisture in the air, and maybe drying out this afternoon.
Rest of the day, just as we're getting right now.
Second appearance for Lawrence here at the Open.
Oh, bounced over that bunker. So many good young players from South Africa there, Dale, and
on the tee,
so great to see
Belgium,
how worldwide this game is, and that what's being developed around the world.
It's incredible. You look at that. You look at the draw sheet, and you look at all the different countries that are playing in this event. It's quite amazing.
It's a global event, isn't it? Global sport these days. Difficult fairway. To hit that opener here, and the wind picking up this morning along with some rain. Day 2 of the Open.
Hey, up.
Up near the green, Zach Johnson just in front. This for birdie.
just up that little slope. Zach Johnson, part of the first. Or Bogut the first, part of the second.
Shades of St. Andrews and the win there. James Bjorn joining us now. We'll welcome him into the commentary box.
Kind of drive it in there low. Use a little bit of the slope. It's pretty well done.
Now, it's great to have you with us as we look at some fescue here for Grillo. Right side, what have you picked up so far? Conditions out there so far for players?
Yeah, it's different day. I mean, you see the woolly hat there on Grillo, and that. That kind of tells the whole story this morning. It's a lot more grey, a little bit of drizzle at times, so a bit more wind, cooler wind. So yeah, tougher conditions, that's for sure.
It's amazing how much this golf course changed yesterday in the afternoon. Once the sun came out, John, and it dried out, those fairway bunkers even more in play.
Yeah, I was out there with Rory's group yesterday all day, and you could just see it as the hours went by. The golf course changed personality right before your very eyes. It got firm, fast, got fiery, a little bit spicy. A lot of strange things happening.
It's Links Golf.
It's Open Championship Links Golf.
Second on the way for Dustin Johnson at the second.
That's it. That's it. Kind of sick.
Yeah, there's a nice bounce in this golf. Nice bounce.